Normal EQ, you have separate bands. They're either put in series or in parallel, depending on the topology the designer chooses. And their artifacts, their ringing and their noise and their dither all adds up, their THD. I mean, there's some cool designs that don't have that issue, but many of them do that. By computing just one filter that is highly complex, like you see from this red curve, we lose a whole lot of, mathematical crap that we don't care about. Also, it's a very special filter design, because if you set this up with a normal EQ, you go like ringing like crazy with that many narrow notches with large amounts of boost and cut. This is possible with this filter because it's a so-called zero-phase filter design. What is that? Is it a marketing buzzword from some idiot who wants to take more of my money? No, it's actually a well-known technique in telecom. What you do is you take a minimum phase filter that is great because it post-rings. It has the downside that it starts showing quickly though because of the phase distortion, and apply half the gain going forward in time. Then you reverse your audio and apply that again going backward in time essentially. So the phase distortion cancels out pretty much, and the ringing is distributed evenly to both sides of the transient at half the amount. Now that sounds like a good idea. Why isn't everybody doing it? Well, because in theory you have to have the whole file. It's not essentially real-time capable, because you need the history and the future of the location you're in to do that properly. Now we found a way using neural networks and big data and all that buzz stuff to approximate that without having the whole file, and we're getting like to 99%, which for engineering or flying spaceships may not be enough, but for human hearing it's close enough for rock and roll. So we get this super clean and nice filter response. Now let me show you this on a more real world problem, because you may go like, yeah man, flanger is removing that, it's awesome, but I want to add flangers to stuff, I spent a lot of money on a good old Eventide flanger just now. I go like, yeah, okay. You don't do that often. What you do very often is a basic corrective EQ. A little bit of bump, remove the bump over there, get rid of the roll up there. And it takes a lot of time to do that stuff. For example, here's a file one of our users sent us. It's Ben Affleck.
The FARDC, which is the Congolese army, is not only not protecting citizens and not only not keeping them.
It's a lav mic underneath the hoodie, chest worn, bad recorder, bad room. It sounds like not so good. You can fix that with a parametric EQ in about a minute and a half if you know what you're doing. How about 2 seconds? Because a minute and a half adds up real quick in the real world, because you may have 500 of these guys to fix.
So the FARDC, which is the Congolese army, is not only not protecting citizens and not only not keeping them safe.
Done. Next. Again, I reset the thing just to show you it's not pre-cooked.